one quick question about Israel, Scott. Bibi Netanyahu, or I'm stop calling him that. Netanyahu just actually disbanded his war cabinet. And also recently there was a statement made by the UN Human Rights Council that was very damning. Evidence that Israel, obviously, they said they're trying to exterminate the Palestinian people in that recent statement. I'll get into that a little bit later. But what do you think this means for Israel? Is Israel, or in particular Netanyahu's administration, falling apart?
Yes. I mean, this war cabinet was a compromise measure to allow Netanyahu to stay in power. The embarrassment that his government suffered at the hands of Hamas when they attacked Israel on October 7th was manifest. And so too was the embarrassment they suffered based upon their response so far. Netanyahu's government has been a failure across the board, but he created this compromise war cabinet that allowed the opposition to have a seat in order to justify him staying in power politically. And this is what it's all about. If you want to break down what's going on in between Israel and Hamas and Hezbollah, stop getting the complications of, two-state solution, one-state solution, this, that, and the other thing. It's about Netanyahu staying in power. That's all it is right now. And now that Benny Gantz has withdrawn, other members have withdrawn, the cabinet has collapsed. Now he's reformed it because Israel's not a dictatorship. The prime minister does not have exclusive authority to make decisions. There has to be a war cabinet. That's just the way Israel works. So he has to find people willing to sit down with him and make decisions regarding this war. Right now, he's able to assemble people from the far right. They're so bad. I don't know if you saw today, the Israeli spokesperson came out, or the Israeli defense spokesperson came out and said that Israel cannot defeat Hamas because Hamas is an ideology. And so any war that says our goal and objective is to defeat Hamas, it's not a militarily accomplished. And Netanyahu immediately came out and said, no, I've ordered you to defeat da. And he thought that maybe the military would fire the spokesperson, but the chief of staff came out and said, spokesperson said that Hamas is an ideology, and we concur. It cannot be defeated. Netanyahu's lost the military. I mean, the military doesn't support this anymore. You have an opposition figure now, Lapid, who's coming out and saying that Israel needs to stop killing children in Gaza, that we need to apologize to the Palestinians. You're seeing an Israel capable of sustaining Netanyahu break apart. And so I think this is the beginning of the end of Benjamin Netanyahu. The question is he going to take down Israel with him? And if he goes to war against Hezbollah, he will have achieved the destruction of Israel, not just the defeat of Israel, but the physical destruction of Israel.
Because Hezbollah could defeat Israel on the battlefield.
100%. Hezbollah has equipped itself with tens of thousands of rockets and ballistic missiles, many of them of the most modern characteristics with precision-guided accuracy, long range. They can hit any target in Israel. And Hezbollah has done two things recently that should wake everybody up. One, they've flown drones over Israel that haven't been shot down. They just published one of those drone images that flew over the Haifa area. And the thing that shocked everybody is that this showed the most sensitive sites in Israel, and that Hezbollah knows where they are and can precisely target them. The other thing is that Hezbollah has recently been using new weapons that are destroying the Iron Dome system, and Israel can't do anything to stop it. So Hezbollah's put a marker on the table that we can destroy all of your missile defense systems, and then we know every place in Israel we want to hit, and we can hit them with any rocket we want. And Nasrallah gave a speech yesterday where he said, if there is a war with Israel, it's not going to be a limited exchange. It's going to be a full-on missile attack that'll last for days. And by the time we're done, there won't be a site in Israel that we haven't destroyed. We will destroy everything. And he also said that this isn't a fight that's going to be happening on the ground in southern Lebanon, that if they go to war, Hezbollah will take northern Israel and the Galilee. This means that Israel, normally we talk about Israel capturing the Golan Heights, Israel capturing the West Bank, Israel seizing Sinai. Hezbollah will seize northern Israel. Israel will lose the Galilee, lose northern Israel physically. Hezbollah will seize it from them. That's the reality of what a war with Hezbollah would look like. So anybody who's out there saying, it's time for Israel to stand up to Hezbollah, Israel can't stand up to Hezbollah.
That's very interesting. Do you see an end to this war before the elections? Dun, dun,
The question is Netanyahu. Can Netanyahu survive through the election? is the question. And how can he survive? If we push him into a corner because ultimately this is about Benjamin Netanyahu's political survival. It's not about anything else. And if we push him into a corner where the only out he sees is to attack Hezbollah, then I think Israel will be destroyed before the election. If we allow him to drag this thing out in perpetuity, it's impossible. Gaza, the world is just fed up with what he's done in Gaza, and so is his country. He can't sustain that. If I could simply say that by removing Netanyahu, we could guarantee the war ending, I would say then yes, I think we can see this war ending before the elections, because I don't think Netanyahu is going to survive through to the elections. I think he's finished as a politician. The problem is, what will the next Israeli government be able to accomplish? Will they be able? Is there enough political support in Israel today to accept a ceasefire? Or will a replacement government have no choice but to continue the failed policies of Netanyahu, that this war, this conflict has become something that is not attached solely to the survival of an Israeli political leader, but it's now attached to the existential survival of Israel. And so a follow-on government will have to continue this war. and that's it. If Israel goes to war against Hezbollah, then the war solves itself within a month. Israel can't survive. But if Israel avoids a conflict with Hezbollah, but another government comes in, another government coming in will have to be given time by everybody. You can't expect them to solve things instantly. There's a chance that this conflict could extend through the election, but it doesn't last much longer than that. This is a conflict that is not sustainable by Israel and by its supporter, the United States.